young scholars, today we have a special treat. This animation was created by an amazing team. Let's watch and learn together. It was a beautiful day outside. The sun shone brightly through the window of Poe's room, illuminating dust particles dancing in the air. But Poe wasn't paying attention to the sunshine or the glitter. He was focused on the strange contraption he'd built out of an old toy robot, some shiny wires and a jar of yellow glitter. Almost done, he muttered to himself. He picked up the jar and gave it a shake. If this works, I'll be famous. I'll call it my son's spark machine. Just then, a bright spark flashed from the jar and vanished. Poe blinked, unsure if he'd imagined it. Then he heard a giggle. Did you just do that? He asked, looking around. Hi, I'm Glint. You woke me up, said the giggle. And suddenly a crayon floated in the air just above his desk. Poe stumbled back in surprise. Who's there? Show yourself, he demanded, but no one appeared. All he saw was the crayon, which began to draw pictures all over his paper. Poe reached for it, but it floated away before he could grab it. Are you a tricksy fairy? He asked. Nope. I'm Glint, a spark being made of sunlight and imagination, said the tiny voice. Poe stared at the crayon. It was definitely not his imagination. Can I see you? He asked. Nope. Only kids with big imaginations and kind hearts can see me. And you have both, said Glint. That means you can't hide from me. So you better stop being naughty. Naughty? Glint asked, confused. Poe pointed to the drawing of a face on the tip of the crayon. Who's that supposed to be me? Said Glint proudly. I drew myself as a super cool superhero with a flowing cape and everything, Poe laughed. Well, Mr. Superhero, I think you're pretty cool too. Just then, the crayon landed on his desk and suddenly Glint was gone. Poe frowned. How could he play with a friend he couldn't see? But then he had an idea. Hey, Glint, let's play Simon Says. And that's how Poe and Glint became fast friends. They spent the whole day laughing and goofing off. Simon Says touch your toes, said Poe, and Glint tickled his nose until he sneezed. Simon Says hop on one foot, and Glint pretended to bounce on his shoe. But after a while, Poe noticed something. His mom's slippers were missing. She would be home soon. He needed a hiding spot. Hey, Glint, can you help me? He whispered. Glint giggled. He loved playing hide and seek. He peeked behind the curtain and shouted. Found you. When Poe's mom arrived home, she couldn't find her slippers anywhere. Poe, where are my slippers? I looked everywhere. Poe shook his head innocently. I don't know what happened to them, Mom. Maybe the puppy chewed them up. Their mom sighed. That's okay, honey. We'll just put the puzzle together later. She didn't suspect a thing. After school, Poe went straight to his room and started giggling. Hey, Glint, check this out. I found your secret hiding spot. He showed her mom his slippers on top of his desk lamp. Good job, said Glint. And here's another funny prank. Watch this. Suddenly, a mustache appeared on the mirror. Poe burst out laughing. He loved how Glint made him feel. Important, brave, free. But when will this be our secret? Poe asked. When you tell me, said Glint mysteriously. At dinner, Poe's mom asked him about the flour on his clothes. He just shrugged. Later, while doing the dishes, his dad asked him why he'd put bubble soap in the sink. Again, Poe shrugged. The next day at school, Glint blew all the papers off Poe's desk. Huh? Huh, he cackled. Now they'll never know it was you. But Poe didn't laugh. He felt bad. His teacher didn't even ask who did it. She just gave him a disappointed look. On the way home, his friends asked him what was on his mind. He told them about Glint, but they thought he was just making stuff up. I knew I shouldn't have told anyone, he whispered. Back in his room, he sat on his bed feeling sad. Why aren't they believing me? He asked Glint. They can't see you, said Glint. And you can't blame them for not believing something they can't see. But you should fix the things you broke, Bo, said Bo. He hadn't thought of that. So he got to work. He hung up the school map with glitter glue. He helped his mom clean the kitchen, and he apologized to his teacher for the messy homework. As he cleaned his desk, he noticed a tiny shimmer in the corner. For the first time, he saw Glint, a small glowing creature with sparkly eyes and a sheepish smile. I'm sorry, said Glint. I didn't know any better. I thought being invisible meant I could do whatever I wanted. It's okay, said Bo. I kinda liked being a little naughty, to be honest. But real friends fix things and tell the truth, right? Exactly, said Glint. So are you still my friend? Of course, said Bo, smiling. I just wish everyone could see you. Then we could have an epic laser tag battle. Me too, said Glint. But hey, you won't see me. You just won't see me. Unless you really need me. And that's exactly what happened. Po never forgot his invisible friend. Every time he faced a tough decision, he whispered, what would Glint do? And every time he did the right thing. He knew Glint was proud of him. After all, true friends never really leave. Hey there! Young scholars, want to watch again? Click here.